What's going on, guys? This is Straight Ace. It's been a good minute since I made a video. I was planning on coming back in 2016 hardcore to start just covering a bunch of games, different stuff, some RL stuff. I was just gonna make the channel a whole mixture of things, but see, what happened was the hype train came in. It finally showed up for me, and I am now excited about Legion. I wasn't at first when BlizzCon came in. When it came through, it showed the trailer. It did show Sylvanas. I am a big fan of Sylvanas, and I was like, that was a good trailer. Blah blah blah. Talked with some friends. They was all hyped about it, and I was like, well, I don't want to jump on the hype train so early that I would be disappointed, because I was hyped about Kata, I was hyped about MOP, I was hyped about WOD, and Kata was okay. I played Rogue, it was fun. Then I jumped on the Destro train, and I was having fun with that in Kata, even though it was a low ball class at that time. But the spec was fun to play. And then when MOP came around, Warlock just became like super overpowered. And then I started playing. Then I swapped from the lot. Then I swapped to the Hunter because I just like the Hunter play style, and I stuck with the Hunter. And then when WOD came out, and 2 weeks in, I felt that it was MOP all over again. Everybody was gonna have high health. PvP was gonna be very unbalanced, and I just wasn't gonna have that many people to play with. Even though I have friends that plays the game, it's nothing like meeting new people to play with and do arenas with and battlegrounds and stuff like that. And that's what makes me quit WOD. 2 weeks in, I got my Death Knight to 100, I got my Paladin to 100, and I just quit playing the game. 2 weeks in, once I saw 150k crit, and I was like, it's MOP all over again. And it showed, because subscribers dropped really quick. I don't care what people say, losing 1.5 million subscribers a month is very high. I think it was 1.5 or 1 million. Still, that is a lot for them to drop in numbers. So they put out Legion, I was like, I'm not gonna get hyped for it. And then when they mentioned Melee Hunter, my eyes got big. I was like, are they bringing my favorite spec back? Because I played I'm a vanilla player. Doing vanilla, I play Enhanced Shaman, Enhanced Two-Head Shaman, when damage really wasn't nothing, but Wind Fury prop, whatever Wind Fury propped on, it was dead. I also played Survivor Hunter. That was back in the day when you can spec into many things. I think it was like 40 points per tree, and you could spec into different, specs during that time. So for my Hunter, I went half Beast Mastery just to get Bestial Wrath, and I went to the rest Survival. So like, say Oro stunned me, I pop Bestial Wrath and I just go ham, and there was really nothing that he could do, because during that time you couldn't stun Bestial Wrath during that time. And basically whatever melee class that I was going against, that was my favorite thing to do. Bestial Wrath and just go ham. And just go toe to toe with those classes. So when they mentioned Melee Hunters and I saw the artifact weapon, I was like, oh my goodness, are they bringing it back? Are they bringing Raptor Strike back? Are they bringing Wing Clip back? Are they bringing Mongoose Bite back? And so as you know, Wildhead, they went and did their thing. They went and data mine. I wish I could have got into the alpha, but I didn't, because I'm really good at data mining also. And I looked at the talent tree and my eyes just got bigger, and then the the train came in and I hopped on it. I couldn't help it. I could not help myself to hop on that train. Everybody's excited for Demon Hunter. That's all. I'm gonna play a Demon Hunter just because it's a Demon Hunter, but I'm telling you now, I'm going to main Survivor Hunter. It's amazing what they're doing to this class, and I hope that they stick with it. So we're gonna go over the talents. I'm long-winded, I've been talking enough. So Survival Hunter talents: 15 talent. Animal Instincts. When you attack with Flanking Strike, you gain the instinct of your pet, providing you with a random combat enhancement. I don't know how good that's gonna be in PvP. We gotta see what the enhancement is gonna be. It is kind of random, so I don't know. Improved traps, reduce the cooldown of all traps by 15 seconds. 15 seconds. That's wonderful. Now, I don't know how to say this word, but this name, I'm probably going to murder it, but Way of Mook Nathal. I believe that's right. Attacking with Raptor Strike grants you a stack of Mook Nathal tactics, increasing your attack power by 5% for 8 seconds, stacked 5 times. I can really see this being really good in PvP situations. I mean, come on, 5% for 8 seconds, stack up 5 times. That's basically a 25% increase in your attack power. Wow, that's crazy. Survival Hunter's still gonna have Disengage, which is awesome. Post haste Disengage. We already know what this is. This is in a talent right now. Disengage also frees you from all movement and parrying effects. Increase your movement speed by 60% for 8 seconds. Far Strider Disengage now has 2 charges. It's a talent now. It's not just given. Dash. The duration aspect of the cheetah increased by 3 seconds. Caltrops. Scatter caltrops in the area. Enemies who stepped in the caltrop will take 500 physical damage and be slowed by 50% for 10 seconds. Replaces tar trap. I have to show you basically the specialization for the class so you can see that what tar trap does. Because I believe there's something new. I heard it before somewhere. I don't think it was a vanilla. I believe there's something new. If anything, I think it was an ability of like a monster or something that was in the game. Let's keep going. Steel Trap. Hurls a steel trap to the target location. Immobilize the first enemy that it approaches. For 8 seconds, it deals 1000 of attack power. Bleed damage over 20 seconds. Damage for other sources may break the immobilization effect. Trap will exist for 1 minute. Replaces freezing trap. So it immobilizes the target, whoever you're going against or whatever, whoever it captures for 20 seconds. It puts a bleed on it, puts a dot. So it replaces it's a 1 minute cooldown. That's kind of pretty long, but with improved traps, it's take 15 seconds, so it makes it a 45-second CD, which is pretty good. Then we have Ranger Net. See, this is why I'm liking this class, because engineering is gonna be fun for this class. They basically make it a real survival spec. It's like Hunter with engineering abilities. Okay, Ranger Net. Hurls a net at your enemy, reducing movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds. It replaces Wing Clip, which is pretty good. It basically a range slow ability. Sticky Bomb. Come on, guys. Get hype. Sticky Bomb. Hurls a sticky bomb at your target, which sticks to them and explodes after 3 seconds, dealing 1 damage to nearby enemies and knocking them down. They bringing a knockdown back to the game. As you know, hunters used to have a knockdown. I mean, not hunters, warriors. I'm hyped. I'm sorry. I'm making mistakes. But warriors used to have a knockdown, and they took it away. So they giving hunters a knockdown. This class is going to be a slow, stunning, kiting class. It's like you basically gonna be a playmaker. Like Hunter's always been a playmaker class. You know what I'm saying? Like if they do an advanced reading on someone, or predict, or just off your reactions to something else, it looks good. I can really see this class. This spec just looking good in whatever it does. Okay, Sticky Bomb. I'm excited. Sticky is basically a sticky grenade. Anyway, Camouflage. We already know what camouflage is. We already know what that is. Throwing X. Toss 3X at your enemy target, dealing 60% of attack power, physical damage for each X. Okay. Thrill of the Hunt. We already know what that is. I think it's basically the same thing. You have a 6% chance per 10 focus spent on focus cost an attack to trigger Thrill of the Hunt. Thrill of the Hunt reduces focus cost of your next 3 arcane shots, aim shots, multi shots by 20. Well, that's useless when we don't got no bow. Dragon Fire Trap. This sounds really cool. Hurls a dragon fire trap to the target location, explodes, setting the enemy aflame, inflicting 0 fire damage over 8 seconds. I guess they haven't put the number on damage yet, and sending them into a state of panic. This is basically like Psychic Scream. I mean, it just dazes them, So it's like Wow, hunters get a sticky bomb, they get a slow, they get a freaking psychic scream. You get a disorient effect now. Okay. Snake Hunter instantly grants you 3 charges of Mongoose Bite, which is really good. I can see that being really good. 1.5 minute cooldown. You just have to see how that works. Butchery. Laceration now spreads to all targets hit by a carve. I can see this being a PvE ability. Mortar Wounds. When your laceration periodic deals damage, there's a chance you would gain a charge of Mongoose Bite. That's good. That's good. I like that. Serpent Sting. They bring your Serpent Sting back because right now it automatically applies, but now it's a talent. Targets hit by your Raptor Strike and Carve are afflicted by Serpent Sting. Unnatural damage over 15 seconds. That's pretty good. I mean, it seems like you able to keep dots up on your target, which is pretty good. It's gonna be good for rogues. You know, any class that's able to kite, stealth, or whatever. It keeps rogues from stealthing. When mages blink, you know, there's constant damage going onto the target. Since you got slows on them, you got bleeds on them, now you got poison damage on them. So I mean, I think that's cool. Now this is my favorite ability. Oh my goodness, I can't believe they're putting this in the game. This is gonna be simply amazing. I can't even talk right now. A sentry turret. A turret summons a sentry turret for 15 seconds that shoots at nearby enemies, dealing fire damage. RBGs, guys, they always say hunters are useless at RBGs. This is gonna be it. That turret is gonna make us known for RBGs. They're gonna want us in RBGs. A turret. If that turret is able to be attacked, it will suck. It will suck. But if the turret is able to stay there and not be attacked, it will be a magnificent thing. Can you imagine a turret on a flag? Come on. It's 15 seconds that shoots nearby enemies, dealing fire damage. So it's a 1 minute cooldown, basically 45 seconds. So I mean, it's up there for 15. Take 15 off a minute. 45 seconds. So, oh my goodness, the excitement. Woo! Next talent, Expert Trapper. This is just too much to read, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway. All of your traps are improved in the following ways. Freezing Trap. When you freeze the trap, breaks the victim on nearby enemies. Movement speed is reduced by 50% for 4 seconds. Explosive Trap. The damage dealt by a fire left on the ground after the explosion is decreased by 500 per second. Tar Trap. Enemies moving through the tar has a chance to be rooted in place for 4 seconds. Steel Trap. When your Steel Trap is triggered, the target will also take 500 physical damage. Dragon's Fire Trap. Dragon's Fire now spreads to nearby enemies, causing them to burn and panic as well. So basically an AoE type fear thing. Aspect of the Beast. We all know what this is. It's basically a kill command for a different spec of your pet, whatever you spec your pet. You know, your pet don't have talents anymore, they automatically give you them. So let's look down here. The class specializations. You get all your call pets, dismiss pet, flanking strikes. You and your pet attack the target simultaneously. Blah, 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 blah. You deal 250% physical damage, and your pet deals blah 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 blah. Because I'm not for to read all that mathematical type stuff. Raptor Strike, a vicious slash dealing 50% physical damage. Alright, Tame Beast, blah blah blah. We already know what that is. Blah blah blah. Survivalist, Mongoose Bite is back. Hatching Toss. I remember Hatching Toss, but I don't remember hunters having it. I don't know what I guess that's something to do. Toss a hatchet. So I guess when you're in range, you basically toss in axes. That's gonna be funny. So like when a mage got you rooted or something, you just tossing the axe. That's funny. Toss a hatchet at the enemy, dealing 10% of attack power, physical damage. Harpoon, people. Harpoon. Hurl a harpoon at your target and pull yourself toward them. Root them in place for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Muzzle. Interrupts spell casting, preventing any spell in that school from being cast for 3 seconds. We have a heal, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a talent anymore. This is for survival hunters. Exhilaration instantly heals you for 30% and your pet for 100% Max health. Come on, mouse. Act right. Okay, we already know what freezing trap is. Laceration. Tear a wound in a target, dealing blah 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 damage over 12 seconds. I'll bleed. We already know what aspect of the eagle is. We already know what explosive trap is. Carve. A sweeping attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for 90% physical damage. And this new ability that I believe I've seen before, I just don't remember. Tar trap. Hurls a tar trap to the target location that creates a pool of tar around itself for 30 seconds. When the first enemy approaches, all enemies within 10 yards will be slowed by 50% while in the area. Trap will exist for 1 minute. Trap shares the cooldown for all the other traps. Pretty dope. I think melee hunter is gonna be a thing. I think survival hunter is gonna be a thing. I can't think of a 3's comp that it'll work well with right now. But I can't say rogue. I can't think of another melee class that will go good with a survival hunter because of all the slows that it have. It has a disorient effect. Basically, you want to do 3s with a class that does not share a cooldown with all the things that you already have. So maybe a feral druid. It's not going to be called beast cleave because you really don't. That's for like beast mastery. Well, jungle cleave. I mean, with feral druid, I don't know. I can't see mages working well with this. Maybe it's a possibility, but I could definitely see like maybe feral druid. Let me think of another class that could go in real hard with a survival hunter. We basically have to test this out to see how the damage look first. But as far as like slow, it has a lot of slows. It has a lot of roots. It has a knockdown. It don't have a stun. So basically, you know, a knockdown does not DR with stun. So basically, it has its own diminishing return. So that's pretty good. But basically, we have to see into beta. So hopefully, Blizzard is nice and will get me into beta. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next calculator, the PvP calculator. The PvP talents, as you guys and girls know, that you have class talents and you have PvP talents. Now, what I hopefully will see soon are artifact talents. So we have a lot of talents to work with, actually. Survival. Gladiator Medallion. We basically know what this is. It's a trinket on a 2 minutes cooldown. Adaption. All full loss control effects with duration of 5 seconds or longer will remove shortly after being applied. This effect has a 1.5 minute cooldown. Relentless. Duration of incoming crowd control effects reduced by 25%. That could be really good with like orcs. Because, I mean, orcs already have a reduced crowd control effect. I think it's like 10%, I believe. So 10% on top of this, make it 40. So that'd be really good. So they can actually skip the trinket. So I actually have a question. Since this Gladiator Medallion, since we're gonna have this as a talent now, are they gonna remove the ratio for humans? So you know, it doesn't affect gear. We can actually pick this talent or not. The second row is Train of Thought. Damage increased by 50%. Being attacked will cancel this effect for 8 seconds. So basically, it's like a burst. It's like a trinket burst. So I guess these gonna be replacing trinkets now. Possibility? I don't know. Maybe. Mind quickness increased haste by 15%. Initiation critical chance increased by 30% on the target at or above 80% health. It seems like bursty. So it's like you have your CC management here. You have your burst in the second row. Dragon Scale. Magical periodic damage effects deal 20% less damage to you. Cat-like reflexes. Critical melee strikes grant you 30% dodge for 4 seconds. That's pretty good. So it basically, this is a situation like if you're going against a spell cleave, you're going against a melee cleave team. Faint Death. Remove all harmful magic effects. Reduce damage taken by 100% for 1 point. Well, I just found my talent that I'm using. Viper Sting. Here we go. Stings the target, reducing their healing done by 30% for 12 seconds. Viper Sting is removed if target casts a non-instant cast healing spell. So basically, they make Viper Sting back useless like it was before. Who uses Viper Sting? I don't know. I've been away for wow quite some time. It might be used now, but I doubt it. Cause I mean, Viper Stings remove targets cast a non-instant cast healing spell. So basically, if you do a hard cast, it removes this debuff. Scorpion stings the target, reducing their physical critical strike chance by 50 for 6 seconds. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now I like this. This is dope. This is dope. You know, they took away blanket silence, but guess what? They gave it to hunters. Stings the target with a potent spider venom, causing their next offensive spell cast to silence the target for 5 seconds. This is gonna kill healers. This is gonna mess them up, cause you place this on a healer and he felt up. You know, healing is an offensive spell, I believe. Anything that kills, bubble, or whatnot, it's gonna silence the target for 5 seconds. Master of the Wild, dealing damage with Mongoose Bite, reduce the remaining cooldown of all your traps by 3 seconds. Wow. Wow. That's kind of overpowered. That's kind of OP. Especially with the other talents that brings it down by 15 seconds. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna complain. Bait and switch. Harpoon causes your next disengage use within 6 seconds to not incur a cooldown. Okay. They want this class to never die. Not ever die. Hunting Pack. Aspect of the cheetah also cause all allies within 15 yards to gain 90% move speed for 3 seconds. Okay, okay. Sticky Tar. Come on, Sticky Tar. Oh, I guess it's not giving me any kind of information. Diamond Ice. Victims of Freezing Trap can no longer be damaged or healed. Freezing Trap is now undispellable but has a 6-second duration. Freezing Trap now undispellable but has a 6-second duration. Okay. Master's Call. We already know what Master's Call really is. Okay. So, guys, tell me what you think. Leave a comments below what you think of hunters coming back, survival melee hunters being the thing. Man, I am excited. This is amazing seeing melee hunters. And wow, Blizzard, if you listening to me, do me a favor, bring back 2-hand enhancement. If you do that, you win me over. If you do that, Blizzard, you win me over. But anyway, guys, this is all I have. You already know how I said. This is Ace, and I'm out. Peace.